Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, and a very happy Dasera to all my brothers and sisters. Music was created to be offered to the Lord and for one to be lost in the bliss of communion with Him. On this auspicious occasion, we have a musical offering to Swami by Sister Vijayalakshmi. Sister Vijayalakshmi is an entrepreneur running her own company, Vijatiya Training Solutions LLP, for training and certification. She has 20 years of training experience, having done more than 2,900 training sessions. She has been singing bhajans since 1991. She is also a harmonist. She is currently teaching bhajans and conducting live sessions every Thursday. Let us enjoy this session. Jai Sai Ram.
Sairam, we can start now. Sairam.
Immense happiness. So I can speak about Swami the whole day long. So much that Baba has given me in my life, and he's been through my life, all through thick and thin of my life, and he's enabled me to be a tool to serve people and humanity across the world. And from age group of 2.5 years to around 80 years plus, Baba has given me some opportunities to mingle with people, understand them, coordinate with them, teach them, learn from them, experience their values and tradition, and just hold them all together. And that's what life has been so beautiful with me, with Swami. So much of miracle to share. So let me begin with Swami's bhajan. Dashera is a festival of goddess. At the same time, in the north, we celebrate it for Lord Ganesha, Lord Rama, and then the goddess Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. So let me begin with one song of Ganesha, then a Ramar, and then followed by all the goddess songs. So that it makes it a complete event.
എല്ലാവർക്കും വിജയദശമി വാഴ്ത്തുക്കൾ.
शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं गणेश शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं गणेश शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननम्.
Sarah, can you please come close to the mic because audio is bit feeble.
Okay, Saina, I'll do that. Probably put this lower also. Maybe this is disturbing. श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं भजे 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 वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं भूपालचूडामणिं भूपालचूडामणिं आत्माविरामं प्रभु साई रामं आत्माविरामं प्रभु साई रामं श्रीराम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं भजे सत्य साई राम शरणं भजे सत्य साई राम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं भजे वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं भूपालचूडामणिम् आत्माविरामं प्रभु साई रामं श्रीराम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं भजे सत्य साई राम शरणं भजे सत्य साई राम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं भजे श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं श्रीराम शरणं भजे. Is it audible better, Saira?
Yeah, better, Sarah.
Okay. We celebrate Dashara, the first 3 days of Navratra, the mark of Navratri for Durga Mata, in prayers to give us Shakti. Not only the Shakti external, where we fight the devils, but there is something within us that actually makes us feel so very bad at sometimes, very cruel at sometimes, very inhuman at sometimes. So these are the things that we might have to look into at a lot of times actually. So that's something that I teach my kids, that you have to fight your devil. So when you are not expecting something from someone, it doesn't mean that you should not give them back. So we can still be ourselves to be so golden that irrespective of what we get in return, that we can actually give what we have. We can keep sharing. We can keep sharing whatever we have, whether it is knowledge, whether it is money, whether it is the items or things, materials, whatever we have, because we take nothing at the end of it. So Durga Mata is someone who is the mother. So mother, she not only takes care of us to make sure that we properly live with values, but then she teaches us how to give us strength within, how to handle ourselves, how to control ourselves, and also to fight the devil around us. So obviously with this kind of divine vibes, so we have to sing a few songs of Durga Ma. So let me start with a few songs of Durga Ma. The songs will be mixed of Durga Mata, Saraswati Mata, and Lakshmi Mata. Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Ved Kalamai Devi Bhavani, Ved Kalamai Devi Bhavani, Nada Vidyamai Narayani, Nada Vidyamai Narayani, Karuna Sadani, Karuna Mahima, Sharanam Sharanam Sai Ma, Sharanam Sharanam Sai Ma, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani, Ved Kalamai Devi Bhavani, Nada Vidyamai Narayani, Karuna Sadani, Karuna Mahima, Sharanam Sharanam Sai Ma, Sharanam Sharanam Sai Ma, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Jaya 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 He Sai Janani, Pardishwari Jagat Janani. Of course, she bears everyone, right? So irrespective of what we change, how we change every day. So interesting story is that whenever I do this, even by chance, I think something so cruel or say something that I don't be in the right path, Swami somehow indicates, that's very, very like I every time get goosebumps speaking about it. So whenever I do a mistake or even think something like, why should I even do this for them? Have they done anything? They've not even considered me. The relations, the people used to neglect me in my childhood. I used to have that kind of insecurity. That why do people hate me? Why do people don't even turn towards me? I used to sit alone in the school days when I used to eat alone. I feel that I am lost. I feel that I have no one to care about. Then I used to think, like, why should I think this? The moment I entered Balvikas and the moment Swami came into my life, I used to feel like I am being ignored just because I need to know my powers within. Then Baba Swami made me to realize that, okay, it is not that you are going to go behind someone. So like people are going to follow you. So you just go within, you just hold me. So something like that, the voice within, that is what when we seek that inner voice that tells you big stories actually. So that is the day I realized that it is not about crying and feeling and longing for people who don't come to you. It's about how you actually change things to make people come to you. So that is when Janani Ma, she bears everything. The day she changed me, that I should not think about those people who don't accept me, who neglect me. Don't neglect them back. Give them more happiness. Give them more love. You be unconditional. So you keep sharing. You don't think about any returns. So it's something that we expect always. When we go to somebody and give someone, we expect that gift in return. So I always have a habit of not giving gifts at all to anyone because people start expecting. So we cannot match everybody's expectations. We run in different time zones, different commitments. So Janani Ma is someone, irrespective of what, she bears us. She bears every evil. You know, she must be so merciful, graceful. Right? So let us have one more song for Ambe Mata. Devi Jagajanani Sai Mata, Devi Jagajanani Sai Mata, Pranavashwarupini Pranishwari, Pranavashwarupini Pranishwari, Jnanapradaini Jnaneshwari, Jnanapradaini Jnaneshwari, Tripura Sundari Dakshayani, Tripura Sundari Dakshayani, Bhagavati Bharati Narayani, Bhagavati Bharati Narayani, Bhuvaneshwari Jaganmohini, Bhuvaneshwari Jaganmohini, Karunai Satya Saishwari, Karunai Satya Saishwari, Devi Jagajanani Sai Mata, Pranavashwarupini Pranishwari, Jnanapradaini Jnaneshwari, Tripura Sundari Dakshayani, Bhagavati Bharati Narayani, Sai Narayani, Sai Narayani, Bhagavati Bharati Narayani, Bhuvaneshwari Jaganmohini, Karunai Satya Saishwari, Karunai Satya Saishwari, Devi Jagajanani Sai Mata. Of course, Praneshwari. So this is another incident where when life pulls you down too badly. I met with an accident before, like immediately after my marriage. It is something very, very special to me to think about these moments. Those days, I was too reserved. At the same time, I was a corporate trainer, so I have to face people, and that's the time where I had bright career ahead. I met with an accident. I had some fracture in my nose, and root canaling was done in my teeth, and it was very bad. So it was not that I drove and I hit someone or fell down on the road and all. So when I had to park the bike inside my flat, I just somehow I had some absent-mindedness and I slipped off and I just fell off on a iron rod. So I was bleeding. Nobody was there to help me. As usual, people don't come to help. So no, a single person was there. Suddenly something hit me, Baba. Nothing else. I was like imagining, Baba. Then some auto driver and my watchman, suddenly he appeared from nowhere. He rushed to me and he put me into auto. and I was taken to hospital. Hospital is SRM. So hospital did not treat me. Nobody even cared about looking into it, doing first aid, nothing. I was only praying, Baba. Baba, it is paining too much. Like, I don't know what to do. I am only worried. I have a training program booked ahead. I have to stick on to my commitment. What do I do with my commitments then? And I was very badly hurt and I was like helpless. Then I had to make a call out of all the shivering I had. I had to make a call to my husband. He was rushing to hospital. And the doctor said there's a severe fracture and she might have to do some kind of surgery that she cannot move away and she has to be in bed for about 6 months. I was shocked to see that I cannot do anything. So my clients, I could not handle that because I never used to say no to anyone. That's a turning point in my life also, where I even learned, or say Swami made me to learn how to say no to people. So when I didn't even expect this kind of a turn, I was only hoping that I should get back my voice to sing and also get back my voice to train people because I was a corporate trainer. So evening programs, I used to spend my evening 6 o'clock to 9 p.m. To sing for charity, for music shows programs. From 9 to 11 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, I used to do a night shift program in my regular job. Due to financial problem, I had my morning commitments 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock to a corporate training session. So I used to travel a lot. So I was a freelancer. So about 9 months, I was like this crazily working, only sleeping about 2 hours every day. So that was my time when I had two tougher times. This was in early 2005, 2006. So for 6 months, nothing, no revenue, nothing, no client programs. Because if you say no to it, that's it. Your client will be gone to somebody else. You will not be holding them for longer. So that was the situation. I had so much pressure. So the children, they will all be hungry. So what do I do? Then I was only praying, Baba. So you do something, but do something to get rid of this place. I don't want to be here. Then my husband actually like fought with the hospital saying, how can you be so ridiculous, not treating a patient who was waiting for so long and about an hour and a half, and you're saying that it has to be operated and etc. etc. Where when we consulted a second opinion, we like spoke with somebody else who were like known to us, and they told it was totally a ridiculous suggestion by a doctor, whoever said it. So please bring her to me. And we went for the second opinion and we went to Apollo Dental Care. And that is when they told that it's a minor root canaling that you have to do. And nose you don't need to treat at all for now. And that is it. So I was like, I should be okay in about a week or two maximum. But at the same time, that program, what I was supposed to do for the corporate training, I could not do it because I cannot move my, I can't walk. I cannot move because if I move, it will start aching and I'll start bleeding. So I was told not to consume food. I used to have only straws in the corner. I used to consume juice. But you know what? Baba made me move from Chennai to Delhi. We relocated from Chennai to Delhi because he had a relocation. He had an opportunity there. So he got a very good job, in fact. Swami blessed this way that a better opportunity came to him. Within within the 30 days period of time, I got placed in the same company as a trainer and training consultant for them. Then I realized this is not the end of my training skills and knowledge. I cannot be like this so idle. So why did you put me into this situation, Baba? Then Swami asked, like, is it only by voice that, or say by your throat that you wanted to serve? Can't you think something else? Then he made me to write. I started sharing my knowledge, writing materials, and I suddenly EduSkill is a company who contacted me. Can you write for us for a skill development event program across India? Then I started writing for them. That reached Microsoft, and they just wanted to have their certification partner. So they looked into my material and said, like, can you tweak a little so that we can use this as a certification material for all Microsoft products? I was like too surprised and taken aback. Can my writing be so useful to somebody that it reaches Microsoft? I never expected that day would come. If not, I had that accident, I would not have explored my writing skills. If not that day I met with an accident, I would not have put into a deeper financial trouble and physical trouble that I grew my inner strength like this. Swami was there throughout to guide me through. And I can't express by words. He made me walk after that. He made me sing after that. He made me normal person after that. He made me like as if everybody would take me by a pickup and drop. And every program, I used to have a car waiting at my doorstep. The car picks me, puts me in airport. I travel across India. That same cab in the X location takes me to the client venue or takes me to the hotel and puts me back to the same thing. I was like that, fed by home mess. Unbelievable situation from nowhere to everywhere. Like, I can't explain how this journey has been so beautiful. This is Swami. So when you have unexpected turns in your life and your life puts you so low, there is something behind it. There's some reasoning that might even shape your career ahead, shape your life ahead. Some losses in your life also teaches a lot of lessons. I learned a lot of lessons. So again, dedicating a few of other songs to Goddess. We give another 2-3 songs continuously. Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani, Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani, Bhavani Jaganmodini Sai Janani, Bhavani Jaganmodini Sai Janani, Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani, Shambhavi Shivaranjani Sai Janani, Shankari Narayani Sai Janani, Shankari Narayani Sai Janani, Bhagavati Varadayini Sai Janani, Bhagavati Varadayini Sai Janani, Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani, Bhavani Jaganmodini Sai Janani, Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani, Shambhavi Shivaranjani Sai Janani, Shankari Narayani Sai Janani, Bhagavati Varadayini Sai Janani, Bhagavati Varadayini Sai Janani, Sudhada Vinodini Sai Janani. Seriously, Vinodini, Nada Vinodini, Vinodini Sai Janani. No other words to praise Sai Mata. Heramba Janani, Shri Sai Janani, Heramba Janani, Shri Sai Janani, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Heramba Janani, Shri Sai Janani, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Bhavani Jagadambe Ma, Tribhuvana Palini He Karunamayi, Tribhuvana Palini He Karunamayi, Uma Sharada Ma, Uma Sharada Ma, Uma Sharada Ma, Uma Sharada Ma, Raksha करो साई माँ, मुझे रक्षा करो साई माँ। हे रंब जननी श्री साई जननी भवानी जगदम्बे माँ, भवानी जगदम्बे माँ, भवानी जगदम्बे माँ, भवानी जगदम्बे माँ। त्रिभुवन मालिनी हे करुणामयी उमा शारदा माँ, उमा शारदा माँ, उमा शारदा माँ, उमा शारदा माँ। रक्षा करो साई माँ, मुझे रक्षा करो साई माँ। हे रंभ जननी श्री साई जननी। A few incidents in our childhood days. We used to have a lot of imagination, a lot of dreams. Those days, I never had so much of money in hand. My father he got retired by the time I did my 12th standard. So it was tougher situation at home to expect so much money from for any other expenses in this case, like not for any other luxury materialistic expenses. Unfortunately, I'm not a shopping person either. I like anything to buy materialistic things. So where I was like longing for taking up certification exams. It was interesting. I wanted to do a lot of certificates. When kids around me, they share a lot of things like, I got this certificate, I participated in that competition, I got this certificate, I like studied this, I went for this coaching class and I did this certification. I used to like feel, oh my God, this certification is costing 27,000. That is costing more than a lakh. Will I not be able to spend it? So I know very well I can't spend it. So those days I used to long for Microsoft certifications. I never used to get even one. I used to search for websites and I used to get in touch with a lot of companies who provide free certification. But I was not aware that free certification was equivalent to a credit of what Microsoft certification is. I don't know why I got that craze for Microsoft. So then what happened? Life passed on. And I became a trainer also, where the training skills, they never tested my training skills even prior to giving an opportunity to me. And I had that kind of luxury that I had so many clients with me that even before starting my own company, I had clients with me. They were waiting for me to have one company of my own so that I have a current account and I have all the proceedings, service tax and everything registered so that they can give me programs and schedule. That was the thing. But I did not own a certification because I was not able to spend. Luckily, this Microsoft books that I wrote, it went to Microsoft, and I did not charge them anything. I didn't want a single penny from them. So I wanted to just give it for free, like I did it for only skill giving for say across India. So the education for rural areas and say villages. See, where I did not expect anything in return. The company EduSkill, they wanted to do something for me in return, as I did not seek money from them, neither royalty. I did not even know what royalty mean that period of time. So I was like, given an opportunity. You can start your own Microsoft testing center anywhere in India. That's free of cost for you, Vijayalakshmi. That was like, wow, what does that mean to me? Which means I can have vouchers, I can seek students, I can call employees who can get certified from my center. And I had my own building. We constructed a small place, office space in Chennai, and we took a rented space in Bangalore, Vellore. We wanted to establish our centers to see like where it is really useful for people. So there the center got established, and we just had all the dues things as according to the center. And I had vouchers in hand. That was few thousands only. So that was the time at which something triggered me. Why not I take this first exam and see like how it experiences like. You know what? In less than about 7 hours or so, like one day, I took all the Microsoft product examinations for about 12 certifications at least on that day. I cleared all the exams with all the like 90% scores or 100% scores. I was so happy to see that. Oh my God, I got my Microsoft certification in my own center. That also gave me something I didn't know till then. when you take 3 exams and 4 exams together, you get a master's certificate. I also got a free master's certificate from Microsoft, which came to me by courier after a few days. It was like, even after doing so many programs for different corporate, making people get certified, that was like a childlike moment. Baba like blessed me with so much of stories behind. So I had my clients, I had my certification, I had everything, and from then the certification craziness, like it got a little bit reduced. I at least have about 120 plus certification now. No, it went on and on and on. So the different products, different versions, and etc. like that. Baba made me earn even that. Why do you even have this kind of thought? Vijay, you go ahead, you do your own certification so you can earn anything. This is nothing. Then I realized that it is not about certification. It's about how much knowledge you have, how much you can share with people, how much do they understand. That makes it a whole difference, and that I eventually learned throughout my life, and Baba made me to learn. Because you take too many things at the same way. You have too much money, you will hate money. You have too much of anything, you will feel that kind of hatred about. So I'm annoyed of enough of it. Kind of like I had put a full stop on certification. Enough of certification. Gee, what am I going to do with all these things? Just going to lie as another paper or soft copy or hard copy. That is what it is. So he made me take my first exam in 2010 January. So I can't forget that day. So since then, my company is there. I own certification center partner to Microsoft. So unbelievable. It all started off with that accident. That's about it. Sign off. जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई भवानी माँ सत्य साई भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ सिंहवाहिनी त्रिशूलधारिणी अम्बे भवानी माँ सिंहवाहिनी त्रिशूलधारिणी अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी हरति निवासी माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई भवानी माँ सत्य साई भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ जय माँ साई भवानी माँ सत्य साई भवानी माँ सिंहवाहिनी त्रिशूलधारिणी अम्बे भवानी माँ सिंहवाहिनी त्रिशूलधारिणी अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी परति निवासी माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई भवानी माँ सत्य साई भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ interesting stories. From then, like life took a different chapter altogether. A lot of medical situations with my father-in-law coming to Delhi, visiting us, and he fell sick suddenly, had a chest pain that went on very severe, and he had 3 major blocks and 2 irrecoverable that he needed immediate angioplast. By the time we took him to hospital and they started operator, it was like I was the one who was so brave. I don't know from where that I got that braveness. My husband was little down, and his mother was like very, very devastated with that situation. And he was not there. In fact, he had been to his office. I had to take his credit card. I had nothing else. I had no cash in hand. I had only 20,000 in my credit card. I don't know whether it was enough or not for the surgery, but I had to do some deposits for the people to take him to surgery. I had only deposited the 20,000 and they took him to surgery. By the time they were like all the screens on, the only hole that I could see there, I don't know how dare I went near that ICU and I peeped into it. I peeped into it and I saw my father-in-law given shock treatment, and his pulse was nil reading at one point of time. I thought I lost my father-in-law. So I didn't want that situation ever to happen for many reasons. And I had one strong reason that he visited us here, like after marriage for the first time in Delhi. I didn't want any kind of negative aspect in life to put us into a very worst turmoil. The situations were very bad before that. So I was praying deeper, deeper inside. Oh God, please don't let me down. Don't let me down. You do something. I don't want to take any blame from the villages around because there are so many people who are not educated. They don't understand like what is the seriousness of this condition and everything. I want my father-in-law alive. That was the only thing I prayed. Within a few seconds, I could see that moving on, and he's still alive, healthy, and happy. So that is nothing but Baba's blessing, seriously. So I must say, I must go on and say, like, there are so many medical situations that Baba has been throughout. And every time I have any tougher situation, see, like, just like that, somebody will flash, and that person would have some kind of Baba sticker or name of Sai written on it, something or the other. Somewhere I go, when I don't find any signs, I just go behind some vehicle to see where some Baba signs are there. Should be signs, Satya Sai, anybody, please bless me. You know, but Apollo in it still had a Shirdi Sai statue in it, which I can't thank enough on that day. I had goosebumps to even pray for Baba. From like no matter what, 1991 onwards, when I started my ninth standard schooling, Baba did not allow me to even stop bhajans for 1 week. He has been so strict and stringent that he will not skip listening to my bhajans every week. That is a blessing in my life throughout, and I will still hold on to his blessing. So I have more to say about it. So Baba has been so kind, so merciful, Jananima. So he makes me feel like I'm touched by a mother, even if my mother can't be with me for so long, for many situations that she was working and she's active even now, and etc. etc. So I was like that. Sometimes lonely, sometimes left alone, sometimes devastated, sometimes always sacrificing, sometimes little annoyed with the society around, etc. etc. Something that keeps you warm, something keeps you telling that, come on, Vijay, you can get on. You can move on. Life will move on. Come on, Chalo. Kind of that kind of pushing words. Either by clouds, suddenly you will see the clouds form like a Baba. Suddenly the clouds will form like something that will take a shape of Ganesha's, shape of Durga Ma, shape of anything. Suddenly I see some Karpuram, like you do Mangla Arati. Arati form will take a shape of goddess or god. When we think about something, or you just be in a temple, something will come to you in that kind of a form. Somebody will, stranger, will start blessing you. So you are this kind of a person. I wanted to bless you. Don't forget me, kind of. So all these are small, small signs I look up to from different people, a small message from someone or something which keeps me alive and which keeps me, people around me so healthy and happy forever. So I have been a lucky charm in that case that everybody around me are so, so happy around, and I am blessed with so many lovely people around me. So I'm in this grace. The song I always sing. Without the song, my bhajan doesn't end. Kind of, I always have a close connect. Every time I sang the song, it had a specific feeling with the people who listened it. I don't know, but I don't know whether I can bring that feel today because I was fully drained with my voice today. Back-to-back music classes due to Vijayalakshmi. There's a lot of kids joining today, and I have schedule up to 12 o'clock, 12:30 midnight tonight. So excuse me if at all I can't bring a feel of that, but this song is close to my heart. வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா திருவே உருவாய் வருவாயம்மா வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா திருவே உருவாய் வருவாயம்மா இருளை நீக்கிட வருவாயம்மா இருளை நீக்கிட வருவாயம்மா உந்தன் அருளை பொழிந்திடு தாயே அம்மா உந்தன் அருளை பொழிந்திடு தாயே அம்மா வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா கல்யாணி கருமாரி காமாட்சி கல்யாணி கருமாரி காமாட்சி மகாலட்சுமி மாதங்கி மீனாட்சி மகாலட்சுமி மாதங்கி மீனாட்சி வரலக்ஷ்மி வாராகிய விசலாட்சினி வரலக்ஷ்மி வாராகிய விசலாட்சினி உலகாளும் மாயே பிரசாந்தி தாயே உலகாளும் மாயே பிரசாந்தி தாயே அம்மா 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 வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா திருவே வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா இருளை நீ கெட வருவாயம்மா உந்தன் அருளை பொழிந்திடு தாயம்மா வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா கல்யாணி கருமாரி காமாட்சி கல்யாணி கருமாரி காமாட்சி மகாலட்சுமி மாதங்கி மீனாட்சி வரலட்சுமி வாராணி விசலாட்சி உலகாளும் மாயே பிரசாந்தி தாயே அம்மா 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 வருவாய் வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா திருவே வருவாய் வருவாயம்மா. So this song has got Lakshmi Mata. He made me realize Lakshmi is not the one who actually supports you financially. You need more Lakshmis to support you. To eat proper food, you need, of course, Ashta Lakshmi you need. Every day you need the help of any one Lakshmi without whom we can't survive. So to support agriculture, he actually made me think about what respect are you doing in return to the favor what is given by all the agricultural people, all the farmers. Are you doing something to them? So they just get their daily wages at the end of feeding the entire world. So that made us even realize that we wanted to own our own farmland and we have to start cultivating. I know the pain of cultivating the seeds, rice. I've been into the field to do a 4-hour work. The pain it takes for our body to bend, mend, and understand and tolerate the sun, hot sun, with patience and pluck a single piece of the leaf to remove it, dry it, and just remove all the waste from it, and then give it for anything kind of polishing that you want to do, or you want to make a groundnut to oil, whatever you do. But the work that you do into the field, I know the day at which I started doing that kind of work, I realized that it is not so easy. It is not at all easy. The work that you get from them for 400 or 500 odd bucks for a day that you give them is not at all sufficient for them. So they also have a life. So at the end of it, they made us realize, so you, whatever money you earn, so at least spare something so that you actually buy something. You just take the help of them. You just give them also, you cultivate something also. You take your share, you give it to them, the remaining whatever they wanted, kind of. That made us get a different kind of education in life. That was different story altogether. And another turmoil where Baba put me through. My husband was definitely deeply like very bad shape and health. Suddenly he got a mild pain in chest, and when I was not in town, so he went to Apollo, and that was a long story, but I'll keep it short. So that day I was not there. He neither can inform me because I would say get so fed up with the situation. So he went to Apollo. He went to emergency himself, and he wanted to just get treated himself to find out what it was. He took all the tests. The doctor said it must be a mild attack or it must be an attack coming to him. So they did not allow him to get back home. But he was saying very strongly, no, I have to return back home. Otherwise, my wife would get really deeply worried if I don't pick her calls. Then I have to return back home. And home is around 15, 18 kilometers from hospital there. And he took a brave decision to return back to the home that day. That night, he did not even tell anything to me. The next day morning, he wanted to take me to hospital. Then I asked him what it was. I had a mild chest pain, and I wanted to ensure that it was nothing. I know Baba would not put me into trouble. But then if we are not given a right set of guidance, if we don't find the kind of non-money oriented people, it altogether it's a worsened situation. So we took about second opinion, third opinion. Everybody came to a conclusion that so he was down with ITP. ITP is idiopathic thrombocytopenia. That's a disease which runs on low platelets out of no reasons. He was given bone marrow treatment. He was given platelet transfusion. He was done with steroids unwantedly, just because one injection Apollo did to my husband that previous night to keep him alive. For a false alarm, they realized afterwards that it was nothing. So they put him on a Dispirin injection that reduced his platelets so low, like 18,000. By the time we went to the second hospital, it was 15,000. It was supposed to be 1 lakh to 4 lakh 50,000. That's it. The situation got totally worsened from the doctors screaming at us. He was screaming at me saying that, are you educated person? If you don't operate him now, if you don't treat him now, you might lose him. He might get stroke midnight. You're taking him back home, you fool. He might be collapsing anytime. He might get a severe heart attack and he might go into cardiac arrest. Are you like a Dumbo person? Come on. You have to immediately react to it. And I was shaken. I had to go with their suggestions when 3 doctors from 3 different hospitals told the same thing, that he was supposed to be treated and the treatment did not help him. Finally, they understood that it was through the Dispirin injection that it must have revived. The body must have revived back in few months for some people, a few days for some people. But my husband took a longer time, but unwantedly treated, and he ended up getting headache, low pulse, BP, collapsed even after the treatment. So unwanted treatment for that matter. So he collapsed and he got diabetes, type 2 diabetes. He's unwantedly suffering till date. So that's just life moves on with that. So unwantedly treating people is unwanted, friends. So this is something that I wanted to just say, irrespective of what you go through, when people are elders at home, they can't help you. They'll be in real shock if you convey them something like this when they are very old. One side, uneducated in-laws. One side, my parents are already 80 plus. I can't seek their help. So I have to fight all alone with my husband. When such pressure situation comes, we will be in desperate situation to even go for treatments, because everybody at some point of time need medical emergencies situation. Act upon immediately. Do something. Do a master health checkup, and you ensure that nothing is wrong with you. Kind of. Don't ever do that kind of stupidity ever, friends. That's something that I feel from my heart, and I wanted to share it with you all. Always have second opinion, third opinion. Give it a few minutes time. Pause it. Realize. Think. Search. Just get to subject matter expert, find from them, is it really worth it? Speak to even unknown relatives, even if you've not spoken to. Just get your network spread, pass it on to your friends. They might have some people who give valuable suggestions. That's something that I learned the lesson in my life. Though my intuition was saying something else, I was not in a position to take brave decisions to stop the treatment for my husband. Finally, I decided that it was worsening situation, that steroid was worsening his condition. It led to constipation to him. It led his face to be bulged, and he got all the symptoms that he was not supposed to get for ITP. And after that, for reducing platelets, and that's something that we are facing even till date. So, but if not Baba, I would have lost my husband. That day, if I not taken a brave step on that day to put him back to my home. Out of all that, I fought with Apollo, and I just took my husband with a sign that anything happens to him, that I will be the sole responsibility, that I'm taking at my own risk and kind of that. So they were like very behind getting his spleen removed. I was not happy about it. I took him home, and he's happily now. He's a normal person. He's moving around. He can be as usual, but only thing is that we have to keep an eye on his platelet count. It has to be somewhere at least above 15,000 at least. So it should only when it is lower than 5,000 and you have symptoms of internal bleeding or somewhere bleeding in your body, then you have to worry. Otherwise, it's a platelet disease that anywhere you get hurt or hit, your blood won't clot. It will not stop. It will just come out easily. It is like that, lose blood. So Baba made him survive. He's surviving even till now. So I'm sure that Baba will keep him alive even through all the tough times. That was the situation, turmoil in my life, but then he kept us very strong. That decision of mine actually again is from Swami that has kept him surviving. So that's something I wanted to share. So any kind of medical emergency, don't react immediately. Doctors might say anything. So just take a deep breath, go to your elders, go to people who are like very strong, who are subject matter expert, get their suggestions and everything. That's something that I wanted to share with you all, friends. Don't react to the situations when you are so emotional and when your mind doesn't work. Don't ever say yes to it. Say no and be strong and believe in God. God will surely help you out. So the final Omkaram, I think I have only that minute time. We have about 4 minutes, right? Sairam, how much time do I have?
Yeah, it's 8-10, but they can take 5 extra, no issues.
Okay, maybe one more. So I can put. So that is the time at which I realized that Saraswati, when Lakshmi Mata is not only to monetary support, we need good food. That time I was clueless about what to feed him, what not to feed him. If I feed fruits, it will increase his diabetes. If I feed him less, he will not be strengthened. So that was a time at which I was given a right guidance to understand that he's supposed to be fed with right diet, with a lot of tender coconuts, a lot of papaya leaves, a lot of fruits that will keep him healthy. And went to Siddha treatment, went to Ayurvedic treatment, tried everything. Finally, we got rid of all medicines to ensure that nothing stays in his body for so long that he gets sustained and dependent on the medicines and etc. That's how it is. Devi Sai Ma, Devi Saraswati Ma, Devi Sai Ma, Devi Saraswati Ma, Durga Bhavani Ma, Kalika Bhavani Ma, Durga Bhavani Ma, Kalika Bhavani Ma, Jagadodharini Ma, Jagadodharini Ma, Sai Dayadari Ma, Satya Sai Dayadari Ma, Devi Sai Ma, Devi Saraswati Ma, Devi Sai Ma, Durga Bhavani Ma, Kalika Bhavani Ma, Durga Bhavani Ma, Kalika Bhavani Ma, Jagadodharini Ma, Jagadodharini Ma, Sai Dayadari Ma, Satya Sai Dayadari Ma, Devi Sai Ma. Saraswati Ma. So Saraswati Mata, without whom I would not have been born to a golden mom. My mom is Jaya Kandan, but she's been through lovely education throughout her life, through which I got to inherit her talent, writing skills, drawing skills, painting skills, music, and instruments from my aunt, late aunt Janaki Ma. She's no more now, but she was the one who fed me, who actually took me, grew me up along with the two other spinsters in life, with which I'm standing here, making even art form to feed me, to feed so many people around, so many kids around. So my life has been full of ups and downs, but always shining bright with so much of positivity and vibrance that people feel that I could create that magic. Is nothing that I cannot take any credit of that. It's completely Swami's. With lotus feet to Baba, I dedicate all my prayers, thanks, and blessings to Baba. And pranams to all the people who've been watching. Namaskaram. So on a Vijayadashmi day, thanks for your patience. If at all I had made any flaws in music or while speaking, because I may not be a good speaker to discuss about my personal story. This is the first ever time I have even spoken something personal to share my experiences. I used to be a trainer speaking technically, technologically, musically. I used to speak, but this is the first time ever Tane Samiti gave me an opportunity to speak something about my experiences with Baba. And like goes on, so much of miracles yet to be shared. Maybe in other occasions, I'll keep sharing those also.
Sairam, thanks for the beautiful musical session. Thanks a lot. And I would request our convener Varadarajan to address few words and close the session with Om Shanti. Varadarajan, over to you, Sairam.
Yeah, Sairam, sister Vijayalakshmi. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on selecting very beautiful songs on Devi. And you have beautifully interspersed in between the songs, the stories and the experiences of your life. And it has really become a training session for us, in a satsang. So I've been a trainer for technically for so many people. And today it has been a spiritual training session you have imparted to Thane Samiti. I thank you on behalf of all the members of Thane Samiti for this excellent program. Sairam. Now we'll conclude with Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samastaloka Sukino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukino Bhavantu. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. जय भोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। साई राम, साई राम।
Sairam, Sairam.